the stream again. Good evening, ladies and PT. Where am I? Ah, Skills is here. Whoa! I should probably mute the music. Hopefully I got everyone in a racing mood. I know it did for me. Console on. Connect. So I just like to watch myself. You guys can't really see that. Oh, we got 13 drivers. Are we going to have any more? Who are we missing? Loading now. Okay, we've got Slinky Ratsole coming. Unless... No, he's not already here. That's good. We're going to have 14 drivers. Bloody hell. We need to start doing full quality. There's nothing will happen in Q1. Oh well. So where are we? Japan. Is this round 10? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's round 13! Fucking it! Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I did not know I was that far off. I thought we was round 10. Go back to nursery. Okay. Fuck off, Skills. Full team. Did someone else just... We had Slinky Ratsole. Right, we done that. Cool. So before this lobby gets underway, let's have a run through of the grid. We've got the best person in the world on commentary duty tonight. TTV Produce BT, yours truly. Here is me popping out my chest and giving my nipples a little rub, just for all you lucky boys at home. So, in the Mercedes, we've got Critical Skills and Freeman 102222. Don't know much about Freeman. I think he raced last week, but if you tuned in last week, you will have realised I did not pay attention whatsoever. Could not give a fuck about the race. It was the worst race we have ever had. Don't know, saying something because of that. We've had some bad races here in DRL. In the Ferraris, we've got McSmashley is here. Yes. Yes, my favourite driver. Coupled with Slinky Ratsole. So we've got a double Ferrari showing today. Don't think we'll see him finish, just like IRL. Haha. And then we've got Hickman and Mechanics repping the McLaren boys. Two salty pricks, IMO. Let's quickly move on from that one. In the Alpine, we have Fernando Alonso, who's not racing today because he is AI. And we've got Dan THFC, who was, I imagine, feeling extraordinary for about 26 seconds Sunday afternoon until Lucas Moura decided he was going to be a cunt, as always. No one in the AlphaTauri, which is a shame because I quite like the AlphaTauri car, not that anyone cares. Aston Martin, Salt Bay Tate is here. Don't think we've seen him in a few weeks. Good to have him back. He is planning a late constructors charge with Iataplin at 18, his best friend. And obviously Iataplin at 18 occupying the second seat of the Aston Martin. Guy Big Cole in the Williams next to his good friend Nicholas Latifi. We got 15 drivers. Fucking hell. The league's blown. We're going to have to start turning away drivers soon, guys. That is how popular the league has got. GBC with Nicholas Latifi. Do you have anything to say about GBC? Not really. We have drivers standings leader and constructors leader Alfa Romeo, Sketchy Crib, and Red Brazil 0572 looking to improve on their respective leads in each championship. And in the Haas, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Tony Toszczek with Chetty 2511, who again, don't know much about, but I look forward to getting to know all about Chetty. Shout out to McSmashley, please. Can we get a shout out to Chetty? We can have a shout for Chetty. Don't know why. Don't know who he is, but shout out Chetty. You're saying I did shout out McSmashley without even reading that message because I know how important McSmashley is to this league. Nothing happens without him. What happens if I go on Sky? Go. Can the stream see that? Let's find out. No, you can't. It's alright, we're only missing an advert, guys. Can we get a shout to my man, Blank? Can we get a shout? Skills, if you go put messages in the chat, can you actually complete the sentence, please? Because what's the point of us turning an alcoholic, mate? Why would I tell that story? Everyone's heard the story. I'm not telling the story again. I'm getting rid of that one. Can we get a shout to ARL Bob? Yeah, sure, why not? We'll shout ARL Bob. Don't know why. 2-minute silence, no, fuck off. I reserve the right to just tell you guys to fuck off regarding the channel points. I didn't make that apparent in the past, but yeah, I've now made that into a little new rule. Because you guys keep trying to bully me with them. And, you know, this stream is not here for bullying. It's here to actually bring a bit of excitement to your DRL, because otherwise the league is shit. It's just... There we go, that's a lovely picture. What am I doing? Let's go back to the racing, shall we? And in a minute, I'll pay attention to what's going on. I think Hickman is one of the first out. Sorry, the Hasses. Is it Chetty? It is Chetty, who was apparently told I should shout out. I don't really know why I was meant to shout him out, but there we go. We live and learn. I can't type Twitch. Twitch.tv. Oh my god, mate, I'm having seizures. No! Yeah, guys, I'll be doing some commentary in a minute. I'm sure nothing's happening anyway. Everyone in this league is quite shit. I've just seen a Ben Mendy comment, actually. What the fuck was that? Can we get a shout out to Ben Mendy? No, we can't get a shout out to Ben Mendy, you fucking weirdo. I can't believe... This man needs a quality man. I should probably start paying attention because I think Chetty's about to go for his first lap actually. And when he does, I need to care about it. Yeah, he is going for his lap. Good luck, Chetty. Alright. I'm now paying attention again. So, here we have Chetty racing down into turn 1, turn 2. Comes at you very fast. Probably misses both apex. He won't be too happy about that. Is it turn 1 and 2? It's kind of like a hairpin. But it's not. It's a double right, I would say. So, I'm going to call it turn 1 and 2. Not too bad through the S section. Again, terrible part of the track. So obvious trying to copy Silverstone. But it's just fucking awful. And there's not one good thing about... In fact, 130R. Only good thing about this track. Everything else dog shit. Through the double right now. Misses the apex on the first. A bit closer on the second one. So he won't be too happy. But he won't be too disheartened. Chetty 2511. Now up the hill. Going left, round the left hairpin. Completely runs wide. So far from the apex. He may as well be Tyrone Taplin. Running away from home. Now coming down the place where Gasly almost died last year. He cried about that quite a lot, but again, son, why were you going so fast on the red flags and safety car? Through Spoon now. Yeah, I said it. Through Spoon now. Goes wide. What? Goes wide on entry and runs wide. Misses the apex for about the 50th time this lap. But he's apparently gone purple through sector 2. Probably because no one else has actually set a lap. Through 130R quite nicely. Now he's coming through into the final few corners. I think this actually has a name, but I don't remember the name of it. So we're just going to call it the corners. Now through the final corner, trying to get his foot down, back to the floor, in gear 6, gear 7 across the lines of 131.887, but here comes Hickman across the lines of Mechanic, 131.117. He has smashed that track and the time, but GBC said, no way, I'm going pole position, mate, a 130.458, but let's get your Crebbers went pole, it's a 129.615. This is so exciting, guys. Even though there's 13 minutes left, this is thrilling. Oh, See, it's... Oh my god. Oh. Oh, what that McLaren's doing in the way there. Smokey RFM has retired. I don't know if he crashed. I think he did crash. Yeah, he did. Didn't see what happened, but he managed to bin it in a place where I don't think anyone's ever binned it before. So, fair play, I guess. Who have we got on a lap here? We got Pete Taplin not on a lap. Freeman's about to set his lap actually. Comes across the line to 131.416. Not too bad. Salt Baytay invalidated. Oh, he's going to the pit lane. Down THFC, here we go. Through the Sector 2 split and into Sector 3 we go. Very small sector. He's going to look to get the best exit he can out the final few corners. Probably runs a bit too wide. Should have hugged the inside wall a bit more, but still a good lap. 131.304. Still 7/10 off of pole, but P4, second row of the grid. Dan won't be too displeased about that. Good job, Danny boy. Let's turn all this shit on. Yeah, to leader. So, who have we got? Let's see what Petey's up to. Is he setting a lap? I think he is. He's on the medium. I don't know why Pete does this. He picks his call or something. I don't know. We've got Smashley, who has just started his lap. Gone through the S's now. Runs a bit wide. He's in a different postcode, in fact. I don't know why people are struggling to hit their apexes so much in this qualifying session so far. Now, here we have Critical Skills. Is he on a lap? His first lap was pretty shocking, to say the least. No, I don't think he is on a lap, unfortunately. He's got Framing right behind him, who looks like he's trying to push, but he's 2.5 attempts up, despite having no ERS. Completely out of ERS now, but we'll stay on board with Freeman, see what he can do, see if he can improve his time and perhaps challenge the second row of the grid. Here he comes, through the final corner, foot flat to the floor, DRS open, to 131.321. I think, yeah, he jumped one place. Jumps into P5, improved by 0.09 of a second. Which isn't bad considering he had no ERS for a good portion of that lap. Obviously, if you don't have ERS, you ain't going anywhere anytime fast. What is Pete up to? Pete across the line is a 131.0. Sketchy Crib is currently boring me. Oh, Smokey RFM is Cheese. That makes sense. I didn't compute. Where is Cheese? Oh, okay. So Cheese has switched over to PC. Okay. Well, that is an interesting turn of events. Smoking Cheese on a PC. I should probably get back to some real commentary. McSmashley not doing much. Freeman, no. Getting into the pit. Slinky Rattle, here we go. Here's a man who's got a lot of balls. Probably shouldn't be saying that about a 14-year-old, but I've said worse things and got away with it still on this stream. Coming out to the Sector 2 split now. What is he going to do? At 113.4. Don't have any kind of reference, to be honest. Is that fast? I think it's quite slow. No, is it? I don't know. He's got to get to the line in like 4 seconds. I think it's going to be a pretty terrible lap. I call it terrible when he still went seconds out of everyone. That's just how fast Getchy Crib is today. And I'm starting to think he hasn't even bothered using his fingers yet. I think he's probably just using his toes to set that first lap. Hopefully we see people get a bit closer to him, because I do not want a repeat of last week's race where I got thoroughly bored and ended up on GeoGuessr and doing NBA quizzes. Someone's lost it in Sector 1. So that's Salt Baytay. It is Salt Baytay. Making a silly mistake there, as a Mercedes is about to go past him. It's not Critical Skills, it's Freeman, who's still out on the track. Who's lost it into Sector 1. Manages to avoid the barrier. Why is he still out on the track? He's done like 4 laps on those tyres, and he's had no ERS for like 3 of them. I am confusion. Anyway, let's see what GBC is up to. A very competent driver, takes too much curb on turn 2. That's him around, and that will already be the end of that lap. As 2 passes come flying by. One was one Tony Toast? Yeah, one was Tony Toast check. And Chetty also managed to bin it. Tony riding a lot of curb there, and I thought so. I thought he was going to lose the rear end. The curbs around this track are just... It's suicide, honestly. It is so difficult to ride these curbs. But then at the same time, if you don't ride the curbs, you're going to lose a shit ton of time. Is it the worst track on the game? Yes. Does anyone enjoy racing around here? Probably. Don't know why though, because it's I don't want to bring vibes down, guys, but it's going to be terrible. The race is going to be terrible. The commentary's going to be terrible. The driving is going to be terrible. Terrible. So not much is really going to change. All three of those aspects are terrible every single time we are here on a Monday evening. Now, Sketchy Crib, our current pole sitter, starts a flying lap with 8 minutes remaining. So you've got to think he's going to have one more run in him after this one. But can he cement his position at the front of the grid? His last few races, he will definitely want to get back. I think he's only finished 1 of the last 4. So, not been good from him. Also, to be fair, a lot of it has been him getting taken out. Through Sector 1, up by 2.5 hundredths. So, you can't ask for much more than that. He's improving on his time. We don't know if he perhaps made a mistake in Sector 2 or Sector 3. If he did, RIP the grid, if you ask me. Through the long hairpin, superb through there, keeping it nice and close to the curb. Nice exit. And now he's got his foot flat to the floor. Up to 180, maxing out about 184, 185, 187, that was crazy. Through spin he goes, runs out nicely onto the curb. Could possibly have taken a bit more on entry there, but I won't judge because this kid is much better than me. We have a kart career and I am losing significantly currently. Through Sector 2, 6 thousandths down with his time, so if he's going to improve, it's going to be very, very marginal. Let's stay on board with him as he comes through the final few corners. Has he got what it takes to improve, even if it's ever so slightly? Oh my god, Crab Ray. Here we go, run up to the line, it's a 129.565, improved by half a tenth. He'll be happy with that as he extends his gap to P2 to 8 tenths. Does anybody have an answer for Sketchy Crib? I don't know if they do, you know. This man is on fire, sexually, physically, and emotionally. Now here we have Critical Skills. I don't think he's on a lap. He's not. For God's sake, Critical Skills. But here we go. PT Taplin. Currently P6 after setting a lap on medium tyres because for some reason he thought he was cool. You're not, Pete. You are not cool at all. Through the X's very nicely though, I must say. Really using the most of the track. Runs a bit wide through there. Could possibly got a bit closer to the curb, but what do I know? I'm pretty terrible at every aspect of life. Through the first sector. Nearly 2 tenths up in his time, which he needs because, you know, that's a medium time. And it's a mid-time, just saying. But to only gain 2 tenths in that sector is a bit concerning if you ask me, because that's where you're probably going to need the most grip around the course of this lap. And he's got 1.4 seconds to make up to Sketchy Crib in pole position. We've got 12 viewers in the chat right now. Hello to the 12 viewers. If you're new around here, drop a follow. If you don't, fair enough, because you're not missing out much. This is terrible. You do not want to be here for next week. Not much really happens. Sorry, got distracted. PT Taplin. What can he do? Through Sector 2. 6 tenths up on his time. That's good. He is definitely challenging for P2. Don't think he's going to get close enough to Sketchy Crib. But you never know. I've been wrong before. Really cutting as much of the curb as he can. Attacking it with all his might. All that bulk he's built up over the years of eating lots of food is up 130.001. 4 tenths behind Sketchy Crib still. Can anyone beat him? I know one man that might be able to. Oh, he's in the garage. Never mind. Everyone's in the garage. Other than Slinky Ratto, actually. What's he got in his locker? Normally a very controversial figure in the DRL scene. Once made Zach Mixon quit racing. I ran out of drink. God's sake. Going through Spoon, uses the runoff nicely. Careful not to track extend. Well done, Slinky Ratto. How much is he going to be up on his time? Is he going to be up on his time? Fingers crossed for you, Slinky Ratto. DRL Party 2. 3 tenths up in his time. Competitive with PT Taplin. Can he challenge for the front row of the grid? I don't think he's done enough to challenge the Scratchy Crab, but you never know. There's only so many times I can say going through those corners, so I'm just going to say going through those corners up to the line. It's a 129.963. Decent lap. Takes him to the front row of the grid, and PT will be fuming in his cockpit, knowing that he is no longer on the front row. Hickman, I missed his lap, but it was a good lap. Improved by 8 tenths, and he is up to P4. GBC is on a lap, he was 600ths up, but a big moment on the exit of the double right-hander. And personally, I'd want to have bought this run already. But he looks like he's going for it. He looks like he's not backing off yet. Salt Bay Tay, I think he just set a lap. Yeah, he did. P11 for him. Not bad. We still haven't heard from Red Brazil or Tone Toes Check. Now, hopefully we do. because I do worry about my Tony boy. Now, GBC, let's see how much that little snap on the exit of the double right affected him as he runs up to the sector 2 split. Pardon me, 2 tenths down in his time. He's still pushing though. Does he have time to box? Someone's out the pit lane. I think it's Tony Toeschek. Was it Chetty who's round? It was Chetty who was round, sorry. GBC, he's going to come into the pit lane. He doesn't. Across the line, no improvement. So now I guess he has 3 minutes, so he can afford a recharge lap. I don't know if he's going for a recharge lap, because he looks like he's still pushing. So I don't understand what's going on there. Slinky Atoll. He hasn't gone for another push lap. I think he might be able to make it out in time, because his team are quick. Almost hits the barrier on entry there. GBC's decided he's going to put it in the gravel. Don't know about that one, Chief. McSmashley not on a run at the moment. But here goes Critical Skills, a man who will not be happy with his qualifying so far. Down in P7, into turn 1 now, hits the apex nicely. Takes a bit of curve on turn 2, but not enough to make him spin, so I think he'll be happy with that. Turn 3, turn 4, comes it in quickly. He does very well to keep his car going in a straight line. And yeah, I think this has been very solid from Critical Skills. He won't be too displeased with this sector. Probably a bit wide through there, but I think we've seen a lot of people go wide there. So we won't judge him too harshly. It's going to be a 32.962 through Sector 1. 3 attempts up in his time, so currently on course to take McSmashley down for P6, but I know Critical Skills, he will definitely want more. I know for a fact there's going to be more time in this lap to gain for Critical Skills. Takes the hairpin very nicely, try to take as much entry as he can, and foot flat to the floor as soon as possible, and now here he comes down this curved straight, we're going to call it. Through Spoon now. Use the right tire to run onto the curb slightly. Same again on the exit of Spoon. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't too bad. I think he'll definitely be up in his time. This will be his last run of the session, so he needs to make it count now. What can he do? Only 5 attempts up in his time, so he's competing for about P4, but those people have yet to go again. Other than GBC, everyone will be going again ahead of him. But here we go, Critical Skills through the final few corners. What can he do? Can he challenge for P4? He can! He's beating Hickman by 200ths. Up to P4 goes Critical Skills. Not too bad from him. McSmashley not far behind Critical Skills in terms of geographical location on the track. He was 3.5 attempts up on his time. Not going to use the narrow run to the line. Maybe it caused him to lose a couple of hundredths there. He could have taken P6 off of GBC. Hasn't managed it. P7 for McSmashley so far. Here we got Mechanics approaching 130i. You can see he's trying to burn as much fuel as he can. I assume. I think he is, yeah. Have we got anyone else who's currently... so Peter Tapton about to start a lap. He will be desperate for a pole position to his name. Sketchy Crib about to start his final lap of the session. Hickman should make it to the line. Let's just stay on board, make sure he does make it. It's going to be very close. Hope he didn't forget to turn on his ERS. He hasn't forgotten to turn it on. Yeah, he's just 5 seconds to spare. So good time in there from Hickman. McSmashley, he is done for the day. Tony Toeschek missed his lap. He went up to P8. Again, someone who's going to be done for the day. No ERS left in his car. Mechanics now running through the S's of Sector 1. He will be looking to improve on his current P9, 5th row of the grid for him. Let's have a look what he does through the Sector 1 split. 3.5 attempts up. That's a good first sector from Mechanics. What about Chetty? What is he up to? I think he's down in his time, so we won't stay on board with him. Red Brazil has invalidated. He will be starting at the back. Sketchy Crib going through the long hairpin now. He's got an Aston Martin ahead of him. That's Petey. Stay on board with Petey. Petey loses it through Spoon. That's going to be Petey down for the session. I don't believe it. I do believe it. It's not really that shocking, to be honest. And Sketchy Crib is coming by, and there's a whole car park going on. He must be just baffled as to what is going on. Cars are meant to be driving, not parking around Japan. For God's sake, guys. It's Sketchy Crib. Half a tenth up on his time. I don't think it even matters. I think he's got pole. I think he's just trying to send a message to everyone else, letting them know, hey, you're dog shit. I'm better than you. And I'm going to put this on pole by an absolute country mile. Run to the line, 29.544, 200ths improvement. Sketchy Crib takes pole position for what seems like the 50th time this year. Pete can't even keep his car on a straight line anymore. He can't even get into the pit box. And now he's gone very slowly. He got Is there nothing this man can't bottle? I can't. Guys, I can't. This kid. So not only did he bottle his lap through spoon, he then decides to get a 5 good place penalty. Not going to work, GBC. Who are we waiting for? Oh, it's a... No, the lobby hasn't glitched good. Because you know Pete would have been like, here's where we restart in the lobby. I will remove the 5 place penalty. No, Pete, grow up. Oh, that is just too good. I hope someone clipped that. Yeah, someone put that man out of his misery, honestly. It's too embarrassing at this point. Like, the poor kid. Ooh. The poor kid, just someone save him. Are we not starting? Oh. We are in a minute. Can his dad save him? I don't know. I reckon if Pete's dad came back, he would be able to save him. Is Tyrone ever coming back, though? I don't think he is. Although I do imagine that Tyrone is someone that watches this stream. And every time he tunes in and goes, my son's going to make me proud today. And then the inevitable bottle happens and Tyrone just throws his remote at the screen or whatever. Pissed that his son's bowled it again. That's just how I imagine it, though. I could be wrong. Didn't even go through the run order of the grid. Let's do it from memory. So Sketchy Crib is pole, obviously. Slinky Rattle P2. P3 would have been PT, but he bowled it. So it's Skills, Hickman. P5. I'm getting Mechanics vibes. We're going to say it's Mechanics. Then GBC. Then Tony. Then Pete. There you go. It's the top 8. Let's see if I got it right. This game works. Oh no, disrespected my guy. So I was close. So GBC P5, McSmashy P6, Mechanics down to P7, PT Taplin falls to PA as a consequence of not knowing how to drive without bottling it. Tony Toshik all the way down in P9, disappointing from the Haas. Freeman rounding off the top 10. And that's for the bottom 5. We've got Dan, the HFC, Chetty 2511, Salt Bait, and you've got Smokey RFM 86, Smoking Cheese, who obviously didn't set a qualifying lap. That's my boy. What was I going to say? Smoking Cheese, yeah, didn't set a lap because he binned it. And Brazil, who also attempted to set a lap but invalidated on his only run. So that is the run order we have, guys. It's 2-2 in the Leicester game. Let's have a quick look at. Oh, Pickford saved a penalty. This is a big game. Madsen missed a penalty. What a silly Billy. How's this? Ooh. How you get that Alex Iwobi score? That's embarrassing. Let's see if anything's happening. Poor Pete, man. Poor Pete. I think we're missing Karma this week. What a shame. Could have had 16 drivers. Then it would have made full qualifying actually worthwhile. Why is my chair pink? Why is it not pink? Why wouldn't it be? It's a good colour. So, Yeah. That's why it's pink. Don't know who Magical Drop is, but I like the sound of him. Magical Drop, you can stay. So it's 9:31. We are going in 1 minute's time for the... Oh, it's 9:32. We should be going any second then. We're going to get to see an exciting formation lap where inevitably someone crashes into someone else and starts on freezing cold tyres. So place your bets now as to who you think it's going to be. I think I can see Tony Toshik doing it. Don't know who he's going to crash into. Probably McSmashley, knowing their little romance they got going on. They just can't seem to stay off one another. I've got some Chewits I'm going to eat. And you guys can just watch me eat the Chewits whilst we wait. So don't say I don't give you guys good content. There we go. There's, mate, look how many cars we've got. The mechanics has had enough. Peter went, no, I've had enough, mate. I don't need the formation lap. I'm better than it. And he looked like he just hit the Mercedes. He did. Oh no. Oh no, no. Well, it's not going to be good for either of them. Looks like I got my prediction wrong. Let's go to Tony Toshik and see if he does do anything stupid. Because you know, him and McSmashley is always fireworks. Love it. Chewits are good, by the way. It's a formation lap and oh my god. I don't trust these two together. Where's Pete? Oh, he's there. Probably for the best, Pete. Don't get involved in the... Oh wait, that might not even be McSmashley. Oh no, it is. Slinky Ratto has just managed to find his way all the way back here though. Oh my god. I can have to it.
Good luck, critical skills.
There we go. That's your little reward or consolation prize. Where's Sketchy Quick? Oh, it's back here. Little sheet for you guys if you're ever doing a league race. If you use ERS on the formation lap, down to about 20%, it actually gives you like super speed hacks for the rest of the Grand Prix. So next time you're in a league race, use your ERS on the formation lap. It's superb. I should probably set all this shit up. Detail, we've got a position change, got interval. And for some reason, Peter's cried about me not using the director cam enough. So I'm going to use the director cam, I say, as I change to first person. Oh, that looks sexual. See, like, what? Oh, what a director cam this is. GBC takes too much into his grid box, and he has been disqualified. So he's going to start a meter back. Same with Freeman 1-0-2-2-2-2-2. I don't know. Dante HFC does the same. There's no way this is actually going to be my camera angle. It is. Right, okay. Yeah, we're not... Oh, wait, hang on. That's better. 5 red lights. Japanese Grand Prix. And away we go. Anyone off to an amazing start? It looks like Haas is making good progress further back. Sketchy Crib holds the lead off the start. Critical Skills drops 2 places, probably as a consequence of those cold tyres. But here comes Slinky Ratto having a look down the inside into turn 1. Nothing there though. PT Taplin's got off to a rocket start. Already making up 3 places. Critical Skills, meanwhile, dropping 4 places. Those tyres must be screaming out in coldness. And there's a Mercedes off. Freeman has lost it through turns 2 and 3. Hopefully he doesn't have damage. Doesn't look like he does, so he will get going again. We've got another yellow flag. This time it's Chetty. And I thought where Brazil was going, but I don't think it is. It's McSmashley. McSmashley's round. And he's got no wing. Oh, it's disaster. And we've got another Haas off again. Sorry, it was Chetty there. Chetty's lost it through the double right, along with... I know there was just the 2 other further back people going through. So a bit of carnage off of the start for McSmashley, Freeman and Chetty. Didn't quite see what happened between them all. Mechanics going past Tony Toschek through Spoon. Gets the move done. And he's done... Oh, actually no, saying that, Tony Toschek's still there. They're going side by side. But Mechanics is going to burn a bit more ERS than Tony and make the move. Smoking Cheese, that's his name, I don't care. Smoking Cheese sails past down to HFC, already making up 5 places on this opening lap. Good Chewit. Oh, Sketchy Crib has led the opening lap. Can he lead from the start? Hickman goes past Slinky Rattle into turn 1. Cracking, now I'm bad at this. Why am I looking at the gap to the leader? There we go. Let's actually have a look at tyre compound, shall we? A lot of people on the mediums. McSmashley into the pit lane. Put a set of hard tyres. Get your crib pulling away from Hickman through sector 1 here. Then Carato all over the back of Hickman, but just couldn't get close enough. And then again, are you going to overtake through there? Hickman runs wide through the first right-hander. Probably got a corner cut warning. Slinkerato may have even got a corner cut warning there as well. Slinkerato maybe having a look down the inside of the hairpin. Spooks Hickman into a mistake and he will get the move done easy as you like. Hickman might have the better run though. Coming out the hairpin. Slinkerato. Oh, Stewart might have something to say about that. I think that was definitely a case of cutting him off. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Hickman tickets that, but I think Slinkerato could have something to answer to there. That was naughty to say the least. We have GBC and ITAP 18 and Critical Skills trading one another very, very closely. GBC with a great run through 130, might send it down the inside now. On Hickman, who has the outside line, keeps it well. But GBC's going to actually hit the switchback of Absolute Dreams through the final corner. They're going side by side. Good racing from the pair of them. And they're both assuming not only GBC is burning his ERS, he's going to try to hold it around the outside going to turn 1. Can he make the move stick? Hickman backs out. Good move by GBC. Brave racing from the pair of them. And that was respectful. That's what we like to see here in DRL. Good, solid racing. To celebrate that, we're going to have another Chewit. GBC's lost it on the curb in sector 1. Oh no. The shortback chase binned it into the wall. That could be a safety car. Is it? No, it's a VSC. VSC, says the ref. No. Not quite the lifeline McSmashley was hoping for. But already Sketchy Crib has started to pull a very nice lead to P2. We'll see what the lead is like once we go racing again. Will anyone be caught out and get a drive-through penalty? Possibly. We know people can sometimes be very silly. Yeah, there we go. Slinkerato, speedy under VSC, drive-through penalty. He is going to be fuming in his cockpit. I think he should just get it over and done with. Serve it now. Because you never know what could happen. We could have a safety car in the last time. What will he do? I should probably stop eating Chewits, but I just can't help myself. Slinkerato thought about serving his drive-through, decided against it. GBC makes his move on down to HFC. And you know GBC will be pissed. He was having a good race up into P3, then bottled it like a prime P.T. Taplin. Speaking of, he's up in P4. He's in the wall! Look guys, I know we all have a laugh about Pete bottling it. But there comes a time and a place where you just need to have a bit of compassion for your fellow man and how much they're struggling to not bottle it every single week of their lives. You know, I feel bad for him, honestly. So for the rest of the stream, there will be no mention of a PT bottle. In respect to PT Taplin for bottling it every single week. I stand with you, Pete. Unlucky, mate. You'll get him next week. If he bottles it again, no, this week somehow. I don't know if I'll be able to keep that in. Sorry, I'm speechless. I really am speechless. Let's go back to the other racing. We got quite a battle on here for P3. Pete's managed to get a 3-second time penalty for corner cuts. Here goes Smokey RFM, who is having a great opening 5 laps. Up 11 places, I want to say. So, superb driving from him so far, and he will look to start chasing down Slinky Rattle, who has actually done very well. Forgot he has that drive-through, though. That's a bit of a pain in the backside, isn't it? Pete into the pit lane, he might be retiring. I know he's got wing damage, or it looked like it. He's not retiring, okay. So Pete is sticking with it. Despite his wing damage, he's going to keep going. Critical Skills gets a move done on Hickman. Going side by side through the double right-hander. Make a bit of contact. GBC's in the wall again. Fucking hell. You got to keep it on the track, son, not in the wall. Jesus Christ. Right, let's have a look at Hickman, Mechanics, and Tony Toescheck getting involved in the action. Tony temporarily got the move done on Hickman, but Hickman with the beautiful run out of the hairpin takes that position back. Mechanics up into P5, the main winner out of all of that. So let's keep an eye on Smokey RFM, see if he can close the gap to Slinky Rattle, although Slinky Rattle will probably be serving his drive-through this lap, I imagine. So by the end of this lap, Smoke and Cheese will have went from P14 to P2 in a matter of 6 laps, which is extraordinary. So fair play to him. He's having a great drive. We've already got the gap down to 2.8 seconds. Yeah, here comes Slinky Rattle into the pit lane, serving his drive-through, I imagine, unless... Oh, Hickman's into the pit lane. Has he got damage, maybe? Won't let me switch angles, so I can't see if he does. Let's have a look at his team. He does have damage. Oh, that's not what we like to see. Damage galore so far in this Grand Prix. So we've got Critical Skills up in P3, kind of driving by himself at this point. And I must admit, I've now just had a look at the interval times, and we have no battles going on here. So, whilst we wait for a new battle to emerge, guys, all the 10 viewers in chat, let me know what you've been up to this week, or the last week, or maybe bank holiday, I don't know. Just give me something to reply to, basically, because otherwise I'm going to get quite bored just watching these cars go round and round, not doing much. But saying that, Tony Toescheck closing the gap very nicely to Mechanics. Sorry, my lips are so dry, guys. I should probably put, like, lip balm on, but too cold for school, do you know what I mean? I'm just going to tear it off instead. Hickman's round in Sector 1. Is he round or has he got damage? Was it Hickman? It might not have been Hickman, actually. Chetty's round. And he's struggling to get going the right way again. Okay, I think he's fine. I thought it was Hickman round. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just Chetty all along. So, Sketchy Crib controlling this race. Probably very bored. Probably, if he wants, can nip into the chat right now and let us know what he had for dinner. Already 5 seconds is the gap. And yeah, his pace has been good, but you've also got to look at the fact that everyone around him has bottled it. You know, we had Slinky Rattle behind him who bottled it. Who else did we have behind him? I can't remember. Who started P2? Oh yeah, Slinky Rattle. It was P3. Oh, GBC was there. Bottled it. The only man who's challenging him was the guy who started on the back row of the grid. So, at this point I'm starting to think, why are we even here, guys? Why don't we just give the championship to Sketchy Crib and call it quits for the season? Call it quits for the game. After all, this game is terrible, but let me get off the negative vibe and get on to the positive vibe, represented by our man Tony Toescheck, racing around in his Haas car that he is so fond of. Mechanics going wide through the hairpin. Not going to be wide enough for Tony Toescheck to have a move, but it's going to allow Tony Toescheck to close the gap ever so slightly. And possibly on the pit straight, we may see a move from our favourite driver on the grid, Tony Toescheck. Both of them trying to be careful not to run wide and pick up silly track warnings. Easier said than done, sorry. As we've already seen Hickman and our captain at 18 picking up silly warnings. speaking of Hightap and 18, actually in a battle with GBC. 2 drivers down in P12 and 13. Don't belong there, but they're there because of their own silly mistakes, really. So, Tony Toshchek, 4.5 tenths behind Mechanics. Doesn't get a very good run out of the final corner. Mechanics pulls away by nearly a tenth. Great run out the final corner by Mechanics. And Tony Toshchek's going to be nowhere near him. That was exceptional. Even still, with the help of DRS, Tony didn't gain much. The Mechanics must be running a much lower wing than Tony Toshchek, unless Mechanics was unloading battery, but I wouldn't have thought he needed to after that superb run. Meanwhile, the gap out front staying around the 5-second mark, so not much happening in that department. Let's see what TPT is up to in regards to his fight with GBC. Not very close, so probably not going to be able to get a move done down the pit straight, but these two can probably work together. Keep using ERS, keep using DRS to help each other, pull each other off, along, sorry. That was my mistake, honest mistake. Yeah, Pete not close enough to make a move down the pit straight, and pretty much the nature of this track is, you're going to have to wait an entire lap if you want to make a move again. Let's go back to Tony Toshchek, following Mechanics very closely. 3.5 tenths, but he won't be able to get a move done if he cannot get a sufficient run out of that final corner, because Mechanics honestly smoked him last time. But saying that, good run out of Spoon for Tony Toshchek. And look at the straight line speed of Mechanics. He's not even using ERS. No, he's maxing out at like an extra 3-4 miles per hour than Tony Toshchek. So Tony is going to have to get an excellent run out of here, DRS and ERS, if he wants to try get a move done on Mechanics. Here he goes, much better run this time. ERS being unloaded, DRS opened, slowly gaining on Mechanics, but nowhere near enough straight to actually get a move done, or even consider a move. Mechanics driving out of his skin today. He just the straight line speed Mechanics holds is far superior to Tony Toshchek, which is probably why Tony is catching him throughout the rest of the lap, because he's got the cornering speed. But round here, it's not really too many places you can get a move done in the corners. Possibly the hairpin going up the hill. Meanwhile, Smoking Cheese out front closed the gap by 3 tenths to Sketchy Crib. You'd have to imagine we're going to be seeing a pit stop shortly from the medium runners, maybe in the next few laps. Although, I apologise, I have kind of forgotten that Mechanics is on the medium tyre and Tony Toshchek is on the hard tyre. So, Mechanics will have the advantage in that little battle, I guess. But the medium tyres will definitely be starting to wear, and any lap now we'll be looking at the hards getting faster than the mediums. Someone's went off in Sector 1. Hickman's went off on the back of McSmashley. GBC went off in Sector 1 as well. McSmashley went off as well. Carnage everywhere, and Petey Taplin comes through and takes P10 from the free spinners. Smokey RFM sets a purple lap. Hickman lets McSmashley through. McSmashley loses it. Again, those tyres must be cooked. And he's hit the barrier quite hard with his rear wing there. That might be rear wing damage, and if it is, that might as well be race over, because damaged rear wing is a big no-no on this game. It is impossible. Meanwhile, another lap goes by of Tony sitting behind Mechanics and staring at his rear wing. He's just got to be patient, I think. Wait until he gets onto the medium tyre and then he can attack Mechanics. If he's still with him at that point. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in the next 8, 9, 10 laps. This lap is... Not lap, sorry. This race has been pretty crazy. Mechanics runs wide in Sector 1, picks up a 3-second time penalty. And Tony Toshchek is actually going to have a look round the outside into the double right. Mechanics doesn't want any part of that. Lets Tony through. And finally, Tony Toshchek makes his way through Mechanics. Now, can he pull away? Because if he can't break the 1 second gap, Mechanics will easily pass him down a straight. If previous laps are open to go by, he has cooked him every time in a straight line. Sketchy Crib putting that gap back up to 5.4 seconds. It did dip down to about 4.7, and Critical Skills having a very, very lonely race down in P3. Might be hearing him on the podium later today. Hopefully, if we're lucky. You know, we like hearing from Critical Skills. Like hearing what he's up to. So, Mechanics 7 tenths behind Tony Toshchek. Gibby just under 6 tenths, maybe even 5 tenths. Yeah, about 5 tenths by the time they get to the corner. That's the nature of Mechanics' top speed. so far clear. Tony Toshek, they're both flashing. Here we go, DRS open, but probably 6-7 tenths is too far to come back, but you see just how quick he catches there. Once the DRS really got going, he caught 4 tenths easily. So if he can just have a better sector 3 next time around, he may be looking to get a move done on Tony Toshek and take back that P4. Now what have we got going on down the rest of the grid? We've got Pete Taplin still driving by himself. 17 seconds off of Red Brazil. Not good for him, because Red Brazil's 17 seconds off of P8. So he needs a safety car, really. Otherwise, this race is as good as over for him. I don't know what Red Brazil's pace is like, but Pete might be able to steal a P9, but any further than that, and that's going to be too much to ask of him. Only one retirement so far in this Grand Prix. And that was Salt Bay Tay, I think, on lap 2. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. McSmashley's binned it. He binned it coming into the pit lane. And now we've got a safety car out. The Lifeline PT Taplin, GBC, Hickman, and Chetty 251 needed. What? I'm going to have a look at my phone. There we go. Right, done looking at my phone. So we've got safety car out. After 11 laps, we've just seen McSmashley go down with a retirement. I think he crashed on the exit into the pit lane. That's it, Chetty. You can go past the safety car, mate. Tony Toshek with a poor 5-second speeding penalty there. So, this is paid off perfectly for the medium runners. This was round about when they were going to stop. As for the people who started on the hards and are now coming in for the mediums, such as Tony Toshek, it's not great for them. They're going to have to take these medium tyres 15 laps. It's going to be a struggle for them, but we'll see. Sorry, just reading a message. I kind of want a drink, guys. You guys entertain yourselves for a minute. I'm going to make myself a drink. Oh, I'm back. Hope you didn't miss anything. Did I miss anything in the chat? Does anyone care? No one cares. Good to see. Wait, does Skills want to say his name in a seductive voice again? Or did I do that earlier? No, I think I did that earlier. Yeah, I did. Cool.
Hello there.
Okay. Pete, once again, focusing too much on the stream and not enough on the race. Pretty poor, if you ask me, but you do you, boo. That's all I can say about that. Just looking at videos of alligators. McSmashley's last session. Hickman's managed to speed into the pit lane. That's pretty stupid from him. What NBA have we got on? Let's have a look. What was the final? Still 2-2 in that game. Cray cray. What was I doing? NBA. Safety car coming in yet? It might come in. Oh, actually, no. I think we'll have another lap of it, guys. We've got Sixers, Celtics tonight, and Suns, Nuggets. Ooh. James Harden about to cook. Oh look, let him cook. I was playing Foot Champs earlier today, guys. Fucking hell, it's boring. So boring, man. But when I finish doing the stream, I might play more. Because I've already started now, so just commit to it. We're up to 63 followers, by the way. So I heart all 63 of you. Thank you very much. That gives me a nice serotonin boost. I don't know if you could actually see the heart, but I'll do it higher as if my heart's up here. There you go. Safety car not coming in this lap, so that'll be fun. Get to watch the cars drive around for longer. That's what we always like to see. 12 viewers in the chat. Hello, 12 viewers. Lots of love. Lots of love to the 12 viewers. You all mean so much to me. Where's Jensen? No Jensen this week. Smokey and Critical. Smokey's binned it! What the fuck did he do? Smoking Cheese has managed to lose several positions under safety car. I don't know what happened. That's a plot if I've ever seen one. Well, all his hard work in getting to P2 undone ever so slightly as he drops 3 places because of nothing. So on the restart here, the ones to watch out for are Tony, Dan and Guy Bicall, who are all on the medium tyres. The medium should be fine, you know, actually. They'll be fine. They'll start to struggle for the last few laps, but only 12, 13 actual racing laps. I think they'll be fine. Hopefully. Chetty has managed to lose a position to GBC, I think. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hickman's on his hard tyres. He's been on for 7 laps. So I don't know why he hasn't boxed for a new set of parts. I don't know about this league anymore. It's all very confusing for me, to be honest. Hopefully we get a safety car in this lap. It should be. At least the race has been interesting somewhat. You know, we've had plenty of bottles. Not much overtaking, but a lot of bottles. Now the safety car is coming in this lap, so we'll do the broadcast cam that Pete seems to love so much, and we'll see what kind of angles it gives us. Will Sketchy Crib catch Critical Skills napping on the restart here? How late does he leave it? How early does he go? Let's actually watch him, and we might be able to see a bit better. I think he has been. He has gone. Critical Skills was wise to it though, and has done a very good job of staying with him. Same cannot be said about Tony Toschek, who dropped 8 tenths. Brayman drowned before the safety car restart line. I don't know what happened there with him. Did he have contact with someone maybe? Tony Toschek's binned it now. Through turn 1 and 2, riding too much on the curb. So he's dropping down to P11, 12 and 13, I think. Mechanics has now lost it in sector 1 as well. What is in the air today? Tony Toschek still struggling to get going. Same with Mechanics. Struggling to get his car going in a straight line. Grass will probably do that to you, mate. So you had 2 drivers bottle it in the space of 6 corners. Both of which were in a very, very promising position. Now PT Taplin bowled it! He's in the wall! I'm not going to say a word. Okay? I am not going to say a word. For whatever reason, Pete ended up in the wall on the double right-hander after receiving a huge lifeline after having previous incidents in this Grand Prix whereby he had lost positions carelessly. That's all I'm going to say. Back to the others. Hickman gets past Red Brazil to take P7. Critical Skills doing a decent job of staying with Sketchy Crib. Great racing standards. Yeah, well, this is DRL, isn't it? It's not really a surprise. Stinky Rattle very close to Dan THFC. Definitely a dark horse of this race. A man who was running P2 before his drive-through. I tell you what, each time I watch those cars on the curbs, Pete has pulled into the pit and decided to retire. Probably for the best. He's had enough. No further comments on that. Yes, Stinky Rattle, dark horse of this race, could definitely challenge for a podium. Dan, who has not had the best race of his career, still finds himself in P4. That's the wonder of Dan. He doesn't make mistakes. He's such a solid driver. Doesn't pick up penalties. Doesn't bin his car for no reason. He's just always there. Mechanics now, struggling through Sector 1 again, spins his car. He's got back going again. But that's another man who has binned it several times today. Maybe not losing car parts, but definitely taking ventures into the grass where perhaps he probably didn't need to because you want to stay on the track. Sketchy Crib building his advantage over Critical Skills to 1.4 seconds, so Critical Skills will not get DRS. When it does enable, I believe it will be next lap it enables. Just ripping skin off my lips. Dan THFC is not Eric Deer. No, he's not. He's got a bit of talent about him. Smoking RFM86 goes purple. He's going to look to make a move on Critical Skills. Not enough straight for him, but bloody hell, he was rapid down the straight there. Oh, pardon me. I feel like I need to burp, but I don't. So we're all good. Oh man, I just feel like someone's going to lose it again. It's almost like 10 laps left. It's a guarantee that at least 2 more people lose it in Sector 1. Will it be one of our front runners though? Sketchy Crib having a tremendous race. Mechanics I thought had binned it. No, he has had enough. Fed up of spinning in Sector 1. Pulls into the pit lane. That is our 4th retirement of the Grand Prix. So we're down to 11 runners now. Although, a couple months ago, if we lost 4 runners in a Grand Prix, we'd have like 3 people left. So that shows how far the league has come. Well, hey. Smokey RFM was closing up nicely to Skills, but not so much anymore. Now Dan is actually getting close to Smoky Cheese. Someone who got a yellow, that might just be, I think that's just Mechanics causing the yellow. Slinky Rattle sails past Dan. Look at the straight line speed. Crazy. Dan might fancy getting him back on the pit straight though. They've got roughly the same top speed that I could see there. Let's see if Dan can get a good run out of the final corner and possibly get the move done back for P4. 4.5 tenths away. It's gonna. No, he's too far away. This track is so shit, man. Who made it? Let's stay with Dan here and see if we get to see Slinky Rattle possibly bin it. Because I have a lot of faith in Dan to not bin it in Sector 1. He's a very solid driver. I feel bad. I kind of said that in hope that he would spin it because I thought it'd make a good clip. Oh, guys. I'm such a terrible person. Thought he was going to do it then. So, we have 10 laps left. Not much is really happening at this stage. Everyone's spaced out by over a second. We've lost Mechanics, ITAP in the 18, McSmashy and Salt Bay Tay in this Grand Prix. 11 runners left. The 2 Hasses occupying the last 2 places. Prime F1 2021. Right there. Can Cheese catch up to Critical Skills? That's one battle we've got to look at. I don't think Skills has got it in his locker to catch up to Sketchy Crib. Dan's staying in a respectable zone of Slinky Rattle, but those medium tyres will go off. So I don't think we'll be seeing him race Slinky Ratto in 5 laps time. But I've been wrong before. GBC, 3.5 seconds off of Dan. Haven't been paying attention to his split times, but it doesn't look like he's setting the world alight on those medium tyres. Hickman a further few seconds behind, also with a 3-second time penalty. Dan running wide on the exit of turn 2 there. Got to be careful. Taking a lot of grass, mate. He's bloody hell. How has this man not spun it? He's been driving like that every lap. Jesus. Oh, bit of a lag spike there. Thought he was missing his apex completely. Let's go to Smoke and Cheese, who is now really starting to close that gap. That was a good drink. Really refreshed me. We might have to nerf Sketchy Crib. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. The straight line speed of Cheese is ridiculous. Let's just see what kind of straight line speed, what kind of MPH he gets down the straights as they approach 130R. So it's hitting 190 comfortably. Skills is not even at 185. Oh my god. That was... Cheese must be running 0-0 wings. That is disgusting how fast he is in a straight line. He is going to blitz Gills here. It's not even close. Someone else is going slow. You know what, I've spun, just going a bit slow. I think that's Chetty. Don't know what's happened to him there. Smoky Cheese gets the move down so easily. The straight line speed of that Red Bull, it's just like real life. Have we not put equal performance on? Because that's the only thing I can explain as to how he is just decimated that Mercedes. Critical skills that you can just see he must be running a much higher wing. He is all over the back of him through Sector 1. But are you going to overtake through Sector 1? It's quite unlikely. So even if Skills can stay with Cheese throughout the course of this lap, when it comes to DRS, I don't think he'll even catch him. The man's car is ridiculous in a straight line. Even here, I think we will see Cheese pull away. Yeah, look, you see it's going up hundredths at a time, despite the slipstream. Yellow flag again in Sector 1. This time it's Chetty. It's Chetty again, basically. And that's going to give Tony Toshek P10. Smoking Cheese trying to break the toe on the exit of Spoon Curve. Critical Skills well and truly in the slipstream. Still not gaining any time, despite Cheese using no ERS. Jesus Christ. I actually have no words. I actually feel a bit sick watching that. So let's have a look. Skills gave DRS. He lost time down the straight. Cheese did not use ERS. It is disgraceful how quick Cheese is down a straight line. Critical Skills having a look around the outside in Sector 1. Critical Skills had lost it. He was pushed wide. I don't know if he was pushed wide or if he just made the mistake and ran wide, but he loses it through Sector 1 and all his hard work in this Grand Prix is undone. He's down to P5. GBC all over the back of him. GBC should just make the move. Skills says no. It's GBC off. That could be a penalty coming Skills' way. Safety car is out. It's Tony Toes Chenches for the record. It's Tony Toner. I'm just going to put that in there. I think we might be seeing a few tickets for this race. We're down to 10 runners now, so if you finish, you get a point. Good job. Oh, Skillsy. Skillsy. Well, it looked like we was going to have a very dull last 6 laps, but Critical Skills has done us all the service, and he's put GBC in the wall, and with that he has created a 6-lap sprint effectively. Everyone pitting for the soft tyres now. Hickman's managed to... How does he keep doing this? How does he keep speeding into the pit lane? Skills is going to a set of mediums, by the way. That's interesting. I think Hickman as well, actually. He is, yeah. Freeman comes in for a set of softs. What about Represent? What's he going to do? Set of softs for him. Tony Toschek, yet to reach the pit lane. I assume Chetty's going to follow him in. Okay, now he's... Into the pit lane he comes. Doesn't speed like Hickman so frequently does. Hickman might as well pit again to get rid of that 5-second penalty. He's going to lose P6, but 5 seconds is quite a gap, or quite a time margin to lose. So yeah, Tony comes back out on the soft tyres. Chetty comes back out on the soft tyres. So we've got 2 people on mediums. Let's see if the... Nothing from GBC. I imagine they're all in a party together, and I imagine that caused some words to be exchanged. You know, I don't want to point the finger, but I'm pointing the finger at Critical Skills. From my view, it definitely looked like he just put GBC in the wall. But then we have to look earlier in the incident. Did Cheese run Critical Skills out onto the grass? Was Skills entitled to a bit more rating room? I don't know, we could have a few tickets to answer to. Chetty ran quite wide through the second right-hander. Could possibly have picked up a warning for that. Don't actually know. I would look at the warnings list, but I just can't really be bothered. So, obviously, safety car won't be coming in this lap. Possibly next lap, though. Whilst we wait for safety car to come in, just going to go on Instagram for a bit. Just waste some time. Pretty bored. My friend in the back of my room. Hope everyone enjoyed their bank holiday Monday. Everyone with Jack Grealish fan. Okay. Hickman did not pit. I don't know what to say anymore. Why did he not pit? He's got... Okay. I can't help but judge, you know. I just feel like that was, first of all, very stupid to get another 5-second time penalty. Skilly, newest member of Al Qaeda. GBC, you now have a chance to, for these last 4 laps, to quickly make an edit of Skills' face over Bin Laden, like Skills has done so many times for Pete. Because I'm going to agree with you, Skills is well and truly in the terrorist group along with P.T. Taplin. That's all I'll say on the matter. So who are we interviewing at this rate? At the moment it's going to be good, no surprise. Smoking Cheese and Slinky Rattle. So it'll be interesting to hear from them. I assume we're going to have Safety Car coming this lap. There we go. Now we've been told. Sketch Crib going to really slow down the pace. Smoking Cheese off the track for some reason. There he goes, back on the track now. Really giving himself a big gap to Sketchy Crib. Sketchy Crib can't really go yet. Safety Car is really taking its time getting in. And Smoking Cheese dives into the pit lane. Did he get damage? Chetty's in the wall again. I'm so confused. Yeah, shout out Red Brazil, P8. Hopefully, I mean, he should be able to hold on because he's got a 10-second gap to Chetty. So come on, Red Brazil. Keep going, mate. And as it stands, he's actually getting P7 because Tony's... No, he's getting P6! Fucking hell! Let's go, Red Brazil. So after the restart, we missed pretty much the whole restart because I was just completely bemused as to what happened with Smoke and Cheese. So, he didn't change his wing from what I could see, even though it was a shit camera angle. I didn't see him get a 5-second time penalty, but then he was stationed for like an extra 5 seconds. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But that safety car has given Slinky Rattle a huge lifeline, and we're going to have a real battle for the lead over the next 3 laps. We will have DRS for lap 26 and 27. And Slinky Rattle might need that to get a move down Sketchy Crib, but he's got a superb run out of the final corner, and he might even fancy a move before then. Set for 32.366, but still 2 tenths off of Sketchy Crib's new fastest lap. Can't quite catch it down the straight, and Hickman gets his move done down the inside into turn 1 of Critical Skills. 2 fellow medium runners battling each other. He got wing damage off of the back of Sketchy. Well, that is very, very silly from Smoke and Cheese. Again, will we be seeing a ticket about that? Was Sketchy Crib at fault? Don't know, we'll find out later in the week when we can actually be bothered to do tickets. So Hickman's struggling to stay on the back of Dante HFC. Can't really blame him though, because the mediums are probably quite shit in comparison to soft tyres, and although the softs will go off quick, only 4 laps on the softs, the soft runners should be fine in that respect. Will Critical Skills manage to get back past Hickman though? It doesn't really matter, to be fair, unless he wants to try and get P3. Hickman has currently got 8 seconds worth of penalties to add to his time, but Critical Skills could be looking at a post-race penalty of 5 or 10 seconds for that incident with GBC, who I know is very upset as to what happened. Hickman running a bit wide at a spoon curve, and that's allowed Critical Skills to get onto the back of him, but Skills doesn't really seem to have the straight line speed over anyone today. Hickman runs, he might have got away with that. I think he ran just a millimetre wide, so that could have been another warning for him. Pretty terrible through that far chicane, and again that's going to allow Critical Skills to have a good run on him. Skills really trying to unload the DRS. DRS has been enabled, but they won't get the benefit of that for another lap. Critical Skills pulling up to Hickman, not enough to pull alongside, but Hickman's round wide on the exit of turn 2, and that's going to allow Critical Skills to say thanks very much, I love that position. Up into P4 goes Critical Skills. Meanwhile at the front, Slinky Rattle will struggle to stay on the back of Sketchy Crib, so he's down, he hasn't lost any positions, but he is not sticking with Sketchy Crib 3547, who's looking to win the 20th race of the season for himself. The battle for P4 is well and truly on though. 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, all very close to one another. Red Brazil, you just need to hang on to Tony Toshik a bit longer, mate. 8 tenths, and you get that position from him. Come on, Red Brazil. I know everyone back home is cheering for you in Brazil. Woo! You must be from Brazil, right? Maybe. So, Tony Toshik, Freeman. Oh, Hickman was on the back of Skills, but he's already lost sight of him. So, Hickman could be in trouble from Freeman and Tony Toshik, as Freeman gets a decent run out of Spoon. It'll be about what kind of run he can get through 130R and the final sector though. Although, saying that, 130R is the final sector. Oh well. So here we go, Freeman just 2 tenths behind Hickman. He can get a good run. This is going to be his chance to overtake him. Shouldn't matter. A terrible run out the final corner by Freeman. What the fuck happened there? That's going to allow Tony to get a run on Freeman in fact. But they've both got DRS, so it's going to cancel out each other. And Tony won't be able to get the move done on Freeman. Although he's having a look possibly into turn 2 down the inside. No, not enough space. Smokey RFM picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not going to affect him too much though. He will be finishing P10. I think he has the fastest lap point, so that's a slight consolation for him. But Sketchy Crib will be extending his championship lead after this masterclass in Japan. Tony Toshik desperate to find his way past Freeman. He's done it! Hickman's in the wall! He hasn't retired. Don't know how his wheel stayed on there. Jesus Christ. How on earth has he got away with that? He's got no wing, so Red Brazil may just... Red Brazil seems to get past him, really. Go on, Red Brazil. Go on, fucking have him. Have him, son. Okay, maybe not. Chetty needs to close a 1.2 second gap in the last half a lap to take P8 from Hickman. Cheese probably can't at this stage. Go on, Red Brazil. Go for it. Go for it, mate. Go for it. Good move by Red Brazil. Gets the move done. Albeit Hickman doesn't have a front wing. Although saying that... Oh, no. Here comes Hickman. He's going back past. Okay. That's awkward. Sketchy Crib comes across the line to win the Japanese Grand Prix. A race that he has said himself that he hates very much. But he will take that result every single day of the week. A P1. No fastest lap. But he led from start to finish. Great drive from Sketchy Crib. Slinky Rattle takes P2. Dan THFC, solid drive from him. P3. Unremarkable from him. But he's just that guy. Critical Skills, P4. Freeman, P5. Tony Toshek takes P6. Red Brazil with a superb result for the Alfa Romeo boys. P7. Chetty was P9. So P8. Can't remember. Sorry guys, I forgot. I didn't expect it to go that quickly. Normally there's like someone 4 minutes behind. So I get to kind of laugh at that for a bit. But, you know, I'm not going to say it was the best race ever. But that was a decent race. Partially because of all the bottles. You know, I kind of lost count. Let's just put a picture of a bottle in. And that's not adding anyone, because I think pretty much every single person on the grid, bar like 2 or 3, bottled it at some point in that Grand Prix. So who was P8? It was Chetty in P8, sorry. Red Brazil P7, Hickman P9, and Smoking Cheese with the final point of the Grand Prix in P10. Was it 5 DNFs in the end? I think it was. DRL Robbie still typing. God knows what he's going to come out with. This could get interesting. He stopped typing. No post-race reaction. Don't know if I can be bothered to interview anyone. Does anyone really care if I interview people? I don't think they do. He's typing again. He stopped typing. Yeah, see, no one actually cares. I would like to know, I would like to do what Pete is incapable of by taking responsibility for my actions and apologise to the cool guy, which is Guy Big Cool. Wait, who's... Oh, DRL Robbie. Oh, that's Skills. Boy, that was good. Oh, well. Well, the chat's spoken, guys. No one cares about the post-race podium interview. So what we're going to do instead, I'm going to ask them all in chat. I'm going to say one word to sum up that race. And that will be our podium interview. One word to sum up that. Sorry, I'm struggling to type. Believe it or not, I like type for a living as well. That's always a bit concerning. Which one is Goody? It's been raining. Let's see what he comes up with. But if you've tuned in today, guys, thank you very much. I hope thank you for being here. I type for a living. Epic, says Sketchy Crib. That is good to see. Who was P2? Slinky Rattle. Probably should have just got them in a call to do this. Probably would have been easier. Just literally one word, then bang, they're gone. Epic like the Man City game. Decent, says Slinky Rattle. And then finally, what's his name? Dan. This has probably been our best post-race interview yet. As if he's just put a GIF in and Adam Johnson is in the GIF. Is that Adam Johnson? It looks like Adam Johnson. Let's see if we will get a word from Dan. He's a very mysterious guy though, Dan, so we might not. Epic like your mama in bed. Well, Mum might be watching this, so. There's Adam Johnson, isn't it? Don't think we're actually going to get a word from Dan. What was the final score in the Everton game? Crack up 2-2. Thank God for that. We're not going to get a response from Dan, so I'm going to reply for him. I'm going to call it Spursy. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining us for this exciting and controversial Grand Prix that we had here in Japan tonight. It went better than I was expecting, and it was nowhere near as bad as Imola. So, fuck off, Sinkerato. No one likes you. So, thank you for being here, and I will see you next week for Australia, a track that everyone hates. So that will be good. But no, thank you guys. Have a good week, and I will see you all Monday night next week. Bye bye.